We are now privileged to delve deeper into the journey of Ravneet Kaur. Join us as she returns to the stage, not just as the first woman to head the Competition Commission of India, but as a beacon of leadership and change. Ms. Kaur's story from her early days in Punjab to challenging tech giants exemplifies a relentless pursuit of excellence and justice. Let's welcome her back to share the insights and experiences that have shaped her illustrious career. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Ms. Ravneet Kaur.
Slides. And yeah, okay. Great. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I thank CNBC-TV18 for giving me this opportunity to be here today among you all here and share my story, my journey as a civil service officer. I stand here today as the chairperson of the Competition Commission of India. But it all started long, long ago in the early 1970s. My journey started with a dream. I was the daughter of a civil servant. My father was in the Indian Administrative Service. And during the Indo-Pak War, in the year 1971-72, I got to see him very closely as a district magistrate in the border state of Punjab. That's what became the inspiration for me. But things are not that simple. There is a jinx. So what is this jinx? Well, you may belong to a bureaucratic family, but you are 4 daughters. That's not something which fits into the social milieu. Your parents have the responsibility of educating you. They have the responsibility you are married. That's a big task. Are you really up to it? Would you be able to fulfill your dream? That is the question. Can you get there? Because dreams are still very fuzzy. What's the reality? Can the two meet? It's not that simple that you are excelling in a school in a small town of Chandigarh. It's a national competition, and you compete with the best. Can you do it? For me, that was the question. And the first moment which I think was a watershed moment for me was when I sat for the National Talent Search Examinations. That's for school students. The NCERT holds a National Talent Search exam every year. And a couple of 100 students are recognized for academic excellence. That's when it started looking like, okay, this is not just a child dreaming about getting somewhere. Maybe she has the capacity to do it. But now, the time is running out. You are the eldest of 4 daughters. You better be clear where you want to be. So the time has come to move from dreams to blueprint to action. This is a national exam. You need to prepare for it. It is not something that is going to happen just like that. It's not going to happen overnight. The action plan has to be put in place and has to be there for a couple of years. That's how the journey started. And thankfully, I got into the civil service. That was a big moment of joy, not only for me, my family, everybody around us were on top of the world, that ultimately you have been able to do it. But the moment you join the civil service, that's not the end. In fact, that's the beginning. That's where the challenges start. 2 years of training, and I was back from the academy in Mussoorie. I got my first posting as sub-divisional magistrate in Rajpura. This was the time when Punjab had a lot of turbulence. President's rule was going on. And that's the time when, within a few months of joining, I faced one of my biggest challenges. That was the 1990s, late 1990s, the anti-Mandal protests. There was a self-immolation of one student in my subdivision. And overnight, the character of the town changed. There were repeated curfew put in place and removal of restrictions, lifting of restrictions, but we could not restore normalcy. Ultimately, the district magistrate of Patiala decided to call the army. And as the sub-divisional magistrate, I had to be at the forefront, sitting with the army, leaving the police station, and being part of the flag march so as to restore normalcy in the subdivision. This was just 3 months after having left the academy. I was absolutely new to the job. This was the first time one had to face this kind of a situation. So the journey as a civil service officer continued. And more than 2 decades later, I was working as Principal Secretary General Administration. Walked into the Chief Secretary's office. And he said, "You were Sub-Divisional Magistrate Rajpura, no?" I said, "Yes." So I had gone on a tour to that subdivision. And I learned about you. In the year 1990, when you were there, towards the end of the year, there was an oil tanker which was trying to avoid the main highways and was speeding through some village roads. It overturned and there was a blast. There were some people who died. And now, when I asked them, "Do you remember who were the officers over the years who have worked here?" And somebody in the crowd mentioned, there was this one lady. This oil tanker blast happened in the early mornings of the day, early hours of the day, and she was there. She was there till all the people who were injured were moved to hospital. Not only that, she stayed the whole day till all the cremations of the people who had died in that unfortunate incident were done. So that's when I realized, whatever little you do, people see you, people remember you, not now, even 2 decades later. The journey as a civil servant was not that simple. Punjab had not had lady deputy commissioners. From the year 1972, that was the time when we had the last lady deputy commissioner in Punjab, July 1972. We were due to become district magistrates. But is it that simple? Will it come your way? I think yes. That's when I'm reminded of Paulo Coelho, who said, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Lo and behold, Punjab got its first lady chief minister. This happened in the month of November 1996. And the moment she came, she said, "If I can be chief minister of a state if I can run the state as a lady, why can't ladies be district magistrates? If lady IS officers can compete with men, if they can be heads of departments, they can lead departments, they can be secretaries of departments, why not district magistrate? And one fine morning, there was an order issued where me, along with one of my batchmates who were due for becoming DC, were posted as Deputy Commissioner. This was the post-terrorism phase. If you are not aware, Gurdaspur is the border district of Punjab, bordering the international border with Pakistan. It was also at that time the second largest district of the state. But well, you can do it. And yes, whatever the challenges, one rose to the occasion and achieved whatever was required to be done. That journey continued. I am not going to go into the details of all assignments, but let me tell you, each assignment came with so many opportunities, so much to do, whether it was setting up new government colleges in backward districts, which was something which would benefit women more, because they are the ones who do not get access to education when they have to travel far off. Or it was the Make in India action plans being converted into milestones and deliverables, or it was the support for industry and development finance institutions during the global meltdown of 2007-2008. I could count more such things like negotiating the largest ADB program loan of USD $1 billion for rural cooperative credit restructuring. Let me tell you, the journey went on, and each assignment came with a whole lot of opportunities for doing public good, gave immense amounts of satisfaction, and it kept one on one's toes. There was no time to sit on your laurels. Today now, as I stand before you as the chairperson of the Competition Commission of India, I have the privilege of heading an organization that has made a name for itself. It has a solid reputation of intervening timely and ensuring that the market works as a level playing field, to promote and sustain competition, to check anti-competitive practices, and to quickly approve mergers, various combination filings that happen. It has also been an important enabler for business to grow through the ease of doing business in terms of compliances, in terms of green channel approval of merger filings. All along, it has been at the forefront of work changing the landscape to ensure competition is promoted. Today in the organization, we stand at an important juncture. There's a big change happening. We are now making a significant shift to trust-based regulation, where we are looking at new commitment frameworks for quick market correction, new settlement framework for remedies and final closure, introduction of deal value thresholds so that we can catch the killer acquisitions, or even the leniency frameworks which will encourage and incentivize people to report about additional cartels. We've had a very detailed public consultation process which has just ended last month, and very soon you will see the new CCI coming into place and operationalizing all these various changes which are meant to create a scenario where we do trust-based regulation rather than go and catch people or look at an attitude where we are trying to say, we will get you. What has happened to women? I started with the 1970s. I think things have changed. We find women have more space. There are more choices. At that point of time in the early 1980s, government was the only place you could work in. Somehow, it was not considered that great an option to look for the private sector. Now, sky is the limit. You can go anywhere. You have all the choices. And not only that, there is a change in the discourse. Women have moved from the sidelines to the center stage. There is more government societal support. There's a recognition for the need to have more women representation in diverse fields. There's a big push on amenities for women. How do we empower them? The bank accounts, the gas connections, or even toilets for girls in schools. Things have changed, and we need to have more women in leadership roles. So I would now like to share my insights, and I don't think they are gender specific. They apply to all of us, even to me. Be the inspiration, set an example, and perseverance is key. Have faith, and even when you get there, be curious. Never stop learning, because you are going to be put in places where you will see new things every day, and you have to be up to it. Last, there is no jinx. Nobody is lucky, nobody is fortunate. Let that good luck be the icing on the cake. Let's not look for that. Let us work with the determination and achieve our goals. And lastly, as you go up the ladder, don't forget from where you started. Keep moving, be humble, and extend a helping hand wherever you are. I now invite all of you to join in this journey towards Viksit Bharat, a celebration of progress and prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Kaur, for sharing your inspiring journey and invaluable insights with us. Your dedication and pioneering spirit truly embody the essence of leadership and perseverance.